Hi guys, welcome to the second and final assignment for fitness testing and training, which is assignment 2. This is your 6-week training program, which you've been designing over the last few weeks. You've been completing this already, and you should have finished at least 5 weeks of your training program. This short little video is going to show you how to exactly complete this assignment from start to finish. Now you can find the assignment front sheet here by clicking on this link. And then what I want you to do is to click on this link, which brings up the template. So when you open this document, the first thing I would like you to do is save it. Because as you can see, this is quite a big document. It's 25 pages long. We're going to fill it in. There's a lot of copying and pasting from what you've already done. So you need to make sure that you save it frequently so you've got the latest version. Okay, and what I'm going to do is talk through how to complete this document. So the first thing that you would do is you would scroll down and you would put your name here and my name here. Second page, what you would do here is you would complete by filling in your fitness testing results for all of the following tests. Now we've done this already. We did it at the beginning of assignment 1. So you use your testing results from what you did in assignment 1. So for your mid-thigh pull, you just put your result here. Your 10-meter sprint, you just put your result here. Your bleep test score would go here. Your sit and reach score, your body composition score, your push-ups or your sit-ups. So you would delete whichever one it is that you're not using. So if I was going to use my sit-ups, I'd delete push-ups. If I'm going to use my push-up score, I would delete my sit-ups and then put my score here and then my medicine ball throw. Okay, once I've done that, I would press save and then I would scroll down, and then in this box here, I would fill in my goals for my 6-week training program. Now your goals are based on your testing scores here. So for example, if I got a lower score on my medicine ball throw than what is required to get into the army, one of my goals would be to improve my power. If I got less push-ups or sit-ups required for the public services, any of the services of your choice, again, my muscular endurance would be a goal to improve. And similarly, if I scored lower than expected on the bleep test when compared to the table of norms, if I got average, if I got poor or below average or very poor, then my cardiovascular endurance would be a goal of my 6-week training program. So I would fill them in there related to what I've put in my test results. Okay. Then when I scroll down, I see this page, which is my week 1 of my training program. Now, as you can see, I've completed the majority of this for you, including I've put in the dates, starting from Monday the 6th of April, and it runs through every single day for 6 weeks. Now, what you need to do, because you've completed this already, you've typed this up, and you have this saved, you just need to copy and paste your planned activity in this box and your 9 exercises in this box for Monday through till Sunday. Again, this is already saved. You already have this typed up. You just need to copy and paste everything across. Once I've done that, I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to copy and paste my diet and my discuss my training. As we mentioned in class, and as I've mentioned in feedback throughout the last couple of weeks of C360, when I discuss my training, I would type in this box what I found went well with my training session and what I found didn't go so well. So for example, I completed my muscular endurance boxercise session. I completed the full session. I found it difficult towards the end. I enjoyed the push-ups with hooks and didn't enjoy the sit-ups and uppercuts. What I'm doing there is I'm reflecting on what is above on Monday. So I need to make sure that on Monday I have boxercise in here, and then the exercises that I said I did like, so my press-ups with hooks, and the exercises that I didn't like, my sit-ups with uppercuts, are in this box. And then I would repeat that for the full week. Okay, so my Tuesday session, if I was doing an AMRAP and that's above, I would reflect on my AMRAP. Okay, on Wednesday I have a rest, so I would put rest here. I still eat on Wednesday, so I would track my diet here, and I'd give myself an effort level based on just my diet. But again, this is all copying and pasting from what you've already done. Now, once I've done that, I move on to the third page. And the third page is about the principles of training. Okay, so it talks about specificity, frequency, intensity, time, type, progression, variation, and reversibility. Okay, and as you can see, some of these boxes are already filled in. So specificity, basically what you're doing is you are saying, what am I changing from week 1 to week 2? How are you going to make your training program harder for next week? So specificity wise, I'm going to next week work on muscular strength. Frequency means how often will I train? The frequency will stay the same and I will exercise 5 days next week. Now that is true, so we don't need to change that statement. Intensity. Next week I will be training muscular strength, so the intensity level of each exercise will be 75% of my 1 rep max. Now what I do is I scroll down and I notice that the time has changed to 30 minutes. I double check what it was in the previous week, which was 25 minutes. So therefore, I'm increasing by 5 minutes. So all I would write here is the time will increase in week 2 by 5 minutes per session. This means I will work out for a total of 30 minutes per session. Okay, next box, type. The type of training. Now, again, how are you changing from week 1 to week 2? So in week 1, the types of training are in here, activity planned. So you might have boxercise on Monday, you might have AMRAP on Tuesday, you might have circuits on Wednesday, you might have an EMOM on Friday, etc., etc. All you're doing is saying, I will change the type of training by moving circuits to Tuesday. However, for that to be true, you need to make sure that in week 2, here, you have got circuits on Tuesday. Progression. What are you making harder? What are you progressing? What are you moving on? So, in week 2, I will be progressing the time of each session. I will also progress the type of session and make the exercises harder in intensity. Because as you know, you're moving from 50% 1 rep max to 75% of my 1 rep max. Okay? And variation, How are you going to mix it up? Well, you're going to mix that up by changing the exercises around. Okay, so in here, I will vary my program by making sure I do not repeat any type of training or exercises. Now, once that is done, I just make sure that all of the boxes so far are filled out. So every single box on this page is complete. I make sure that every single box on this page is complete and everything's got something in. Again, remember, I fill in my rest days, but I still do my diet and I still do my effort level. I make sure everything's filled in on this page, which is my exercise and my planned activity. Once those 3 pages are done, I can then move on to my week 2. And again, I will copy and paste what I've sent into C360, which is my planned activity and my exercises, my diet and my diary. And if that happens, guys, if it goes a little bit weird, just press enter and it'll sort the boxes back out for you. Okay. So I fill in my discussion and I fill in my diet and I fill in my weeks. And then again, I move down to this page. And this page is exactly the same, but we're talking about how are we moving from weeks 2 to weeks 3. Well, we're going to cardiovascular endurance. Therefore, the time's going to change. So just check again on the next page with what my time is. My time now changes to 35 minutes. My intensity changes. My type is going to change. So I'm not doing circuits anymore. I'm not doing boxercise. I'm doing things like continuous training, interval training, HIIT training, EMOM training, Tabata training. Progression, I'm going to progress my time again. I've progressed my intensity and I've also progressed my type. And again, variation, I'm now using gym equipment such as treadmills, rowing machines, and I'm not doing exercises anymore. Once I've done that, I scroll down and then I copy and paste my week 3 and I just follow suit for week 3. Discuss my training, copy and paste it from week C360, and then I complete this for week 4, following the same pattern as above. Copy and paste week 4. Again, completing and staying consistent with the detail. Week 5, which is flexibility, which is the last C360 task. And again, talking about how we can progress time, type, intensity. Now, this is where we've gotten up to so far. And week 6 is about body composition. Now, as you can see, there's nothing filled in with the sets, the reps, and the intensity. For week 6, you're working on body composition. So you need to be designing week 6 around fat burning exercises. The best thing to do for this is cardiovascular based endurance. So what you can do is you can copy and paste your cardiovascular week into this week here, but just make sure that you mix the days up. So if you did continuous training on the treadmill on Monday, you can do the same thing again, but just move it to the Thursday, making sure that week 3 is not identical to week 6. Once you've completed that, you will discuss your training, you'll discuss your diet, and you'll discuss your effort level. And then as you'll see, there's no other sheet to move on to week 7 because obviously we're only doing a 6-week training program. What you would then do is you would then fill in this page, which is your fitness testing results. Now you would fill in your first set of results in this column here. Okay. All the way down to medicine ball throw. They can be found on the second page of this document. Now here it asks for your second set of results after your 6-week training program. You need to fill this in, okay? And your results must improve. So if I got a 10-meter sprint of 2 seconds I obviously need to get quicker, so it needs to be 1 second.